Hello, friends, and welcome. Thank you for joining me today for some Software Incorporated Vanstra PC. My name is Sean, and when we left off, we had just wrapped up April, right? Did we wrap up April? It looks like we sure did, because this is set for May. So we've got a lot of stuff in development and nothing in design right now. But I think that's because we don't have anybody available to do any designing. All of our design teams were sent back into making art, right? Because they're serving as artists. Well, no, because we've got design B. They're available to be making art along with a couple of leaders. We could pull some of those team leaders in and make them into designers if it comes down to that. But I don't think that's really going to be necessary right now. What do we got going on as far as, excuse me, boy, I'm sleepy today. What we got going on? We've got all of our mobile games that we just put into production. That's right. We're going to try to get those done. And where do we leave off as far as like sequels are concerned? Groom 2. Groom 2, of course, is a sequel to Groom. We don't need to look at the earliest games ever made. We should be looking at the most recent games made. We have a lot of IPs in this series, don't we? House Killer. Are we expanding on the House Killer series? It might not be a bad idea. House Killer 2. We are the inventor of that, so we could do House Killer 3, I guess, if we wanted to do that. Air Trick 7 coming up. Danny's Trial, of course, a brand new property that we had just made up. All right, let's set up House Killer 3 while we're in here setting up games. That is an adventure game. It looks like adventure. We're gonna, there you go, sequel to House Killer 2. Although, yeah, 1996, great, okay. Figured that out. You can just click on name and it will come up with the more recent sequel name, which is pretty cool. If I select all, I think we're not going to be able to, no, never mind, I was wrong. I was going to say I didn't think we're going to be able to assign a operating system to it, but that's just not true. Door 12 is under production. Gosh, excuse me again. Big yawn there. I thought we were done with Door 12. Did we just release it? We must have just released it. I don't see it over here. Support for Door 12. Okay, so we can put that in as an operating system. And then all of these other great operating systems also should be able to include most of them. There we go, bunches of operating systems for that. Game engine, Project Jupiter, of course, 3D editor, Zeelair, and audio tools, Listener 6, the brand new listening software. Looks like everything is good here. It says we're going to need 5 developers. I hope that's not the case because we only have 3 on the team that we have, although I can pull all of our spare developers from those other teams. Right, let's set that for, there's only one real developing team set up right now. It's like DB or something. Yep, DB. Okay, develop. Close you down, and let's see. Where is that on our support? There we go. We'll roll you up to here. Where's the gap between alpha and beta? Right there. And now it's saying that we need 4 designers. It's weird that it dropped from 5 to 4, but that's still one more than we have on the team. So I guess we will pull one of these leaders in for now. Throw you onto DB. Okay, great. And that's that. So we've got that under development. Now, Danny's trial was not, okay, it wasn't ready. Not ready for boosting or anything yet. Let's check our software quantities on hand real quick. Make sure we're not going to be in danger running out of any of those. Once again, it gaps out, it changes up the way the windows are shown, but everything looks fine in there, so we're going to close that out and make sure that we don't have any companies that we should have bought up. But that's not the case. Also can't see all of those windows either for whatever reason. I don't need to see that. I don't understand the bankrupt thing. Would the company still be available if it was bankrupt? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, now we can go ahead to 2400. There we go. It's the end of the day. Went from 92 million to 149 million. So we only made like $55 million. Only $55 million. It's a real shame. We'll deposit most of that into our bank account. And we will speed it up for the end of this day. It is May. Wow, we're actually going to have a release coming up here shortly. Did I make sure I don't have an idle coding team? No, that's spare designers. Okay, good, I don't. Now, why is House Killer? Oh, because those guys are not here at work, that's why. Too many teams in one of my rooms. You'd like to say that, but I don't think that's actually true. Where are the employees? There they are. Thank you for showing up, you guys. I was just looking for you. Get a nice screenshot for the cover. Or thumbnail, whatever, however you want to put it. You know what I meant. And it's 14, 15, 16. There's 17. Almost done. Some employees are unhappy with their job. What are you unhappy about? You're a lead. Probably that you're not doing anything. It sort of makes sense. Yeah, I've got all these leads on teams that I don't have projects for. So I might do the same thing. It's kind of frustrating because they just got, you know what I mean? I trained them all up and everything, although apparently I didn't train this guy up all the way. I was already scheduled for a class. Got it. All right. So let's go ahead and throw them onto CR. And we'll find something for these guys to do. CR. Definitely don't want somebody I've invested that much time and money into to go off and want to quit. But you know, the drawback is it's like now I'm going to have to find, you know, these guys might end up being, how do I end up with a programmer who's also an artist? That's weird. If I ever want to restart these teams, I'm going to have to go through and find all of the programmers out of the pool to get them. And what am I going to have them do? There's not anything for these guys to be working on. I guess I can set them on some sort of support or something. There we go. Hopefully that will keep you from being so unhappy there, Mr. CR. But for now, I need to do our May projects for spreadsheet time. We have Danny's trial, and then the magic, all those mobile. Oh no, those are all brand new. So I don't need to set those up at all. Do I not have any programmers on CS? I do. Weird. They must have been on vacation or something. All right, so it's just Danny's trial that gets something this month, and that's it for the entire month. It's easy enough. Danny's trial, review, outsource. Go down to the bottom. And 8.5, not bad. 8.5, so that's only up 0.2 of a point from March. So we're going to go ahead and put that into beta. May, June, July, October, January. All right, so January release date for Danny's trial. Go up to here, and we're going to go market, release date January 2001. Okay, yes. Promote, yes. Market, hype, okay. I'm going to go to CI. CI. There it is. And pull those artists off. Put them back onto the design 0 team. Just like that. And there we go. They are working on the bugs for Danny's trial coming out in January. So we've got a big 6-month window between releases after this current release, or after next month's release. Any new software companies? Look at that. I almost let that go by. Make sure I gobble that one up. There's the end of the day right there, 2,400. It's June. 97 employees went on vacation. You'd think that's a lot, but that's only like 8% of our total employees. We have, actually, I probably should have about 97 employees going on vacation every month. We have 1,200 employees, so if we spread them out throughout the year, that's about right, about 100 employees a month. No need to be going at that slow speed, though. And hopefully our employee over here will be happy. Is that the MCR? Well, they're working on programming. I don't know if this must be the one that was so unhappy. Or was he? Hard to say. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Effectiveness is all over the place for that one guy, though. Why is it going up and down? Oh, because he's not doing anything. Got it. He's be all caught up on bugs. Need to get something new designed for him to be working on. Design process really takes a long time. And wow, they went home already? They must work weird hours. Hey, why are you still here at work? Maybe because I just switched you guys over on shifts, so you haven't adjusted to where everybody's on the same hours at the same time. All right, well, we're at 1,800. I don't know what's going on for June for reviews. Air Trick 7. Oh, Grave Trick 6 gets a release. Slow down, you clock. Grave Trick 6 gets a release. Yes. Okay. Yes. 500,000. Nope. That's who gets their name into RimWorld coming up here soon. One of the couple of people that I copied into my list. I guess that was that, huh? Why is it? Oh, I know why it's not showing it, because of that. Assign none. And so between episodes, I know I fiddled around between episodes. I went through and I reassigned every support thing to being supported by every support team. So, you know, my little experiment of having them divided up among the various teams came to an end because I felt like we had too many. I had to fiddle around a lot with the support to balance out the teams all the time, and I don't know whether that was the right thing or not to move them back to where everybody was supporting everything, but it seems to be working out all right. So we can move you down here. It's exciting to have something new out though, so we're not just making money off of the stuff that's already been out there for forever. I don't need to have that up here. And Danny's trial is going to get a press build out, a press release out. So there's that. You've been released. And Airtrick 7 gets a review. Airtrick 7 review. outsource. We'll scroll down to the bottom of this list so we can take a look at that. 6.1, so it's still coming along, but very slowly. Come back to that in January. It should be getting a little closer to being done at that point. Shall see. That's it, huh? Speed it up. Make sure there's no new companies founded. Looks like there wasn't. Throw some money into our insurance fund, like that. Great. Still only at $2.3 million per employee. We got a lot of work to get back up to 2.5, which is kind of our high water mark. $72 million. Oh, we took over Super Hard Productions, with a strange name for a company. Glad I looked in here, because we're starting to get ready to where we need to order more copies of a lot of these things. Look at that, we almost sold out of Project Jupiter. That would have been a shame. Good selling item like that. Almost sold out of Magic East. Popular game that's been around for a long time. Townville 3. Another popular game that's been around for a while. I'd say that's about it though. You know what, I'll order some more of the Soldier bases, even though it's not really a game that I made or anything. Oh, suddenly it's at a negative profitability. How about that must be something I took over from another company. Why don't I market that? Nobody's marketing it. We'll support it as well. Lots of these things to click. We're almost there. 1-0. Alright, great. So it's being supported. Plenty of marketing being done. Didn't mean to minimize that. I wanted to close it. Can I put together another design team from... I know we have a bunch of people in there. Are they all coders or are some of them designers? Well, those are designers in training. Or I say coders, what I meant was artists. Yeah, it's pretty much just artists in there, so I guess we cannot. We have most of our cross-trained artists are serving as actual artists in some of these projects out here. Could probably pull them out of like Team CA and CS or something and get them onto design. Because that team that was programming whatever it was that we just finished, it doesn't really have a whole lot to do. Nor does that other team that we have that's like helping out with the support. CR, like they're just sitting here helping out with support. Probably would be better off to have them. Why do I keep doing that? Have them working on something. So let's see. CA has, yeah, these guys should. Well, it has 3 designers on CA. So let's take 3 artists. Can we sort it by team? It already kind of is. 1, 2, 3. Move these guys to CA. And then the 3 from CA, who are designers. That's Sean, Silas, and Nelly. We'll move them to, I guess, DA. And then if we look at DA, it seems to be a fairly good team. Make these guys designers. And then we can design another project, which will eventually give us something to work on programming. And design seems to take forever now, though. So House Killer 3 was our most recent project that we started working on. Where is that? House Killer 2. So, actually, we probably, didn't we just release Project Jupiter? We released that quite a while ago. We probably should be working on Project Saturn. Game engine. Project Saturn. Guess there's not really anything new that we can add to it, though, is there? I guess this shadows. Okay, so we didn't have shadows already. That's okay. And then there's operating systems that are capable of using it, so that's good. Let's go ahead and add all these operating systems. Okay, and this is going to be DA. Oh, I gotta change that on DB here. Looked like there was an artist on there, even though it, strangely, I could have swore I looked at it and it said that we had the right number of designers on it, but I guess not. All right. So this says it needs 4 designers. It's probably only going to end up needing 3 then, based on the way that it's been going so far. Flat draw. And listener 6. And Zeelair 5. All right, all the modern conveniences. It's going to be hosted by hosting. Develop. Let's take a look. See what it says here. Project Saturn. 4. Okay, so it did need 4 for this one. Put you up there. Bring back all of our other little windows in this list. And let's speed it up till we hit, actually let's go and throw our insurance money in first. Deposit. And then we'll speed it up till we hit 1800. 16. 17. 18, almost. There we are. All right, it is, oh, it's July. Well, not much to do in July. Zeelair 6 gets released. I guess I should have held out before starting Project Saturn, because we could have had Zeelair 6 as part of it. Oh well. Now, I don't know why does it never remember the server that I assigned for it? I feel like I assigned servers for all of these things. And it seems like every time we release a new piece of software, I have to reassign it to the hosting server. But the good news is, each new piece of software I get to go through and click on all of these beautiful support teams. I guess, you know, the other good news is we won't be releasing any more software for like the next 6 months, so you don't have to go through that process again anytime soon. Scroll you down there. We are keeping up on all of our support, which is great. Big improvement over last time. Let's take a look at our spreadsheet. Is there anything else? We need to put Danny's trial, have a press build, and then we are going to be done. I do want to set the... Alright, so we have Danny's trial, market, press build. Okay. And then I need to write in House Killer 3 and Project Saturn. Alright, good stuff. And that is just about going to wrap it up. Cook cannot find a stove. Let's get that cook his stove. Actually, he'll get his own stove. I don't need to tell him what to do or anything. Got $21 million at the end of July. And $89 million at the beginning of August. It's going to be a slow while for us, profits-wise, because we had a very long period where we were doing all that training and stuff. But in the long run, it really should pay off. Not really sure why I went straight to this window. I want to look at this window and see if any new companies started up in the meantime, and it doesn't look like, I guess it looks like that one started up last month. They didn't make any money, luckily, so I didn't lose out on the opportunity to buy them up. And Project Saturn is coming along much faster than House Killer 3 for some reason. I guess that's it for this episode, huh? Well, I hope you had fun. Thank you so much for watching today. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. And as a reminder, I'll be streaming on Twitch on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Check the video description below for details. Thank you so much for subscribing. I do really appreciate it. And I'll see you here again real soon with the next episode. Bye, everyone.